Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Well, today is Tuesday, March 7th, and I hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday. And today what I would like to discuss in this video is what I tell my clients before each reading. I like to tell them all this, but first hit that thumbs up. I'll wait for you. Okay, that should have gave you enough time. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And please don't forget to hit that bell to notify. YouTube will notify you the next time I upload a video. If you already subscribed, you don't have to again. You only do that once. That's it, and it's free. Hitting the bell, you should be all set if you just hit it once too. But hitting the thumbs up every time you watch one of my videos would really, really help me. So what I like to tell my clients before each reading is, sometimes my tongue gets stuck. I don't know. I don't know why. Sometimes I can't spit out the word. Anyways, is one, I can't promise what your loved ones would talk about and give you, the messages. When they do give you the messages, I don't know the subject that they're going to talk about. I can't guarantee how many souls will come through. Sometimes it will be only one. Sometimes I had 20 souls come through in one reading. I just can't guarantee that because I don't know what to expect. Just like my clients, before the reading starts, they don't know what to expect. I don't either until it starts happening. And then when it does, I don't understand it anyways because it's not for me, it's for my clients. But I explain too that as I said, I have no control over what happens in a session. I just repeat the messages that I get. And I tell my clients, we all have a part in it. My part is to receive the messages. And I get my messages. I can't speak about other psychic mediums. I don't know how they get their messages or whatever. But I get it through visions. And they can happen like in a second. I blink my eyes, I'll miss it. It could be one item like a boat, or it'd be like a little movie playing. Maybe somebody in the yard and something happened there and they had a friend there, and I could tell them, if it was a little boy, little girl, and they fell out of the tree, broke an arm, whatever the story was. And then I get feelings. I get feelings like through my whole body. Like if I get chills through my whole body, that could be definitely them sending their love to my clients. The love is so strong over on the other side. It's so intense that my body can't hardly handle it. That's why a lot of times I feel like by the time my clients leave, I love them so much and I love their loved ones because they're filling me up with all this love. And then if I just get tingles in my arms, that kind of tells me, oh yeah, you guys are on the right path. I'm understanding the messages right. Because like I said, everything comes in seconds. I tell my clients, I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not God. I can make a mistake here and there. Or I could be off on something just a little bit. Because like my visions comes in seconds, my feelings come in seconds, everything's in seconds. And then plus I get smells, like maybe cigarettes, or alcohol, or taste, like strong medication, So, so through vision, hearing, I hear them. They might say one word or a sentence, or feelings. That could be even besides like the love, the chills going all the way from my head down to my toes. I could get physical feelings too, like suddenly out of the blue, I'll start getting a real bad headache, or I'll get really nauseous, or I'll have a pain in my stomach, or a pain in my arm, or I can even see the blood inside somebody's body, and I know, and then like I'll see blood, like a vein, like the blood's going through the vein, and then it connect to the heart or the head. So that's like a vision too. But that's through my body too, that they could show me. So like I said, it's through visions, hearing, smells, like cigarettes, alcohol, cologne, whatever, and then taste, strong medication. And then they even use my own life experiences. Let's say something I didn't think of for 55 years, and it will pop into my head. I know they're trying to tell me something. And I could get maybe 3 of these things at the same time, like a vision, a word, and then a feeling. So I'm really concentrating, especially me. I'm like a little squirrel, as I was telling you before in other videos. My mind's always wandering around over here, over there, everywhere. Old McDonald. No. So yeah, so I have to really, really focus. Actually, I use this. This is one of my tools. Psychics and mediums, they have tools, like crystal balls or tarot cards or whatever they use. Water in a bowl, whatever. But I use this candle and I kind of stare at the flame, and that keeps my mind focused. So that's my part. Then I tell my clients they have the hardest part, because they have to think as far back as they can. If they can remember being born, I tell them, think that far back, because I can't guarantee, and I don't know who's going to come through. Somebody from grade school could come through, because even your ancestors, like your great grandmother, could come through. So somebody from grade school could come through too. I had people come through from high school and college and stuff like that. So they have a harder job, because the older my client is too, the farther back they got to think, and they live life longer. So it makes it a little hard on them. And then plus, if they never had a reading before, they're nervous, they're excited, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I always have my clients take notes. Even if they want to record the session, they're welcome to do that. But I have them take notes, because then later on they can go home, they can look over their notes and might say, oh, that's what Megan was trying to say, or this makes more sense, or whatever, because it's their life. They should know. Let's see, what else? So yeah, so I tell them that, and then when the energy gets weak too, I tell them when the energy gets weak, I said, then I might ask you, do you have any questions? Because I know one thing, I know everything's not said in one reading. I could say, do a reading for somebody, say on a Wednesday, and then Friday they could come back and I'll still do another whole hour and a half of new information. So that really did happen. So that really taught me, everything's not said in one reading. I'm always learning. Every time I tell my clients that, I'm always learning. Every reading is different. Let's see, yeah, one time, this is something that I learned this year, and I saw like an apple, and I'm like, which is just one item, right? And I'm like, well, what does an apple mean? Did you get, and then I try to help my clients a little bit to think. And I said, did you recently eat an apple? Did, like this morning or something, or this afternoon before you came for the reading? Or did you just buy apples, or were you just talking about you need to buy apples? Because they even bring up stuff that you might have thought about doing, or even had that conversation with somebody else and they overheard, to validate that life does go on and they're still around. Or, So anyway, so then this person, my client, kept saying, "No, I can't think of anything," and she said, "Oh my God, I just bought an Apple Watch yesterday," and I'm like, or a computer or something like that, right? And I'm like, oh my God, that's so true. Apple, so that could be their way of validating it. So I learned that. So now I remember that when if an Apple ever comes up in a reading, I always throw that out there too. Did you buy an Apple laptop or an Apple Watch or anything? Because that one blew me away. I like that one. That was cool. So anyway, let's see what else. So that's their job is to write everything down and remember everything in their life. And I always say, start with yourself first because it's your reading. And then if it don't make sense about you, then that's when you think about, siblings, on your mother's side, on your father's side, aunt, uncles, friends, co-workers, and people you went to school with, or your childhood playmate, whatever, because I don't know what they're going to bring up. And it normally always connects. It's so cool how it connects. That always blows me away. I love it. And then our loved ones. Their job is to come in as clear as possible. They come down, they actually go inside me. That's why when they send me their love for my client, that it's so intense. Or I have a headache, they use my body as a vessel. So they come down, they say whatever they have to say, or show me a vision, whatever they have to do to get the message across, and then they go back up, they come back down. So it takes a lot. That's why I always have my clients be prepared before the reading. Make sure you go to the bathroom, make sure you got your pen and paper. Let's say if I'm doing a reading over the phone or something, make sure you have a glass of water next to you in case you get thirsty, and tissues just in case it gets, emotional. And make sure your phone's fully charged. Because every time if I have to stop for somebody to say, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, or oh, I forgot my water, or oh, I forgot my pen, in the middle of whatever, the reading, it disconnects me to their loved ones. It's like picking up the phone, you're talking to them, and then somebody hangs up the phone, and then you gotta call them back again. It takes a lot of energy out, and I tell my clients, I say, I don't want to do that. So I like everybody to be prepared, to have everything ready. And I always tell them too, you can have, if you have like pictures, jewelry, etc. of your loved ones, you can have it next to you. If you don't, that's fine, but I like it because it does help with the energy, or sometimes they might even bring up that item. So yeah, so that's what I explain to all my clients before each session. So this way too, they're more prepared before the session starts. They understand how it's going to work. Like I'll say, like if I happen to say jumping, well, for me, like I made up that word for the situation of like, oh, I think we might be jumping. What that means, if I mention that, it means like one soul's been talking to you, now someone's jumping the line and they want the floor and they want to talk. So I call it jumping, like they jump in front of each other. Let's see what else. Or if I say over there, I mean someone who passed. I don't like to keep saying, oh, your loved one that died, or your loved one that just passed. I'll say over there, meaning on the other side, the afterlife. So I explain all this stuff to my clients, so they start feeling more relaxed with me, and it calms their nerves down a little bit. And then plus it's a bonus because it kind of helps their loved ones, the souls on the other side. They know I'm getting prepared, and I could tell when they're ready to. They give me a sign. I start getting really, really hot, sweaty, and then or sometimes I get even more hot, like if there's a lot of energy and the soul's really coming in nice and smooth and stuff, I'll start getting really, really hot and sweaty. That's like the good energy. I love that. But anyways, So yeah, so I explain all this before I start my session. It don't take very long. I think it's worth it because it really makes them understand more what to expect, especially if they never had it done before, a reading. And plus it calms their nerves down a little bit, and they kind of get to know me, you know, like we bounce our energy off each other. Um, I try to make people as relaxed as possible. And I always say, not, this stuff is very serious. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a joke at all. I take this very seriously. But I tell people, I said, just relax, have fun. Whatever happens, happens. Just have an open mind. You don't have to believe in me, but just have an open mind, and you should have a pretty good reading. I normally get a lot of information because I do explain too that I'm a psychic and a medium. So I feel like my psychic abilities sometimes could pick up their past, their present, or their future. And I do have help with angels and guides, and then plus their loved ones on the medium side. I get their information, and I can tell them who's coming through and giving you all that information is grandma or mom or dad or whoever. So yeah, I am so blessed, and I love helping people. I love after they leave the session how they feel. Yeah, and I meet a lot of wonderful people. I like I said, I'm very blessed because I had a lot of beautiful clients that, maybe in another video I'll tell you a bad experience I had. I have to say, most of the time, out of all these years I've been doing this, I had great experiences with my clients. I love them. I love them all. They're so great. A lot of them keeps coming back after their first one. So I really get to know them. And then other ones will take a long time, maybe 5 years or whatever, and then they'll come back, and then some don't come back, and that's okay too. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it. So anyways, that's what I tell my clients before each reading. So I hope you like this journey with me. I hope you keep taking this journey with me here on YouTube. And I hope you enjoy my videos. And I just want to help people. And if you have any questions or concerns, like I tell my clients before the session, please text me. Well, all you have to do is leave it in the comment area, okay? I would love to hear from you. But anyways, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless, and please pass that white light forward, and I love all you guys. Thank you for being such good friends and hanging in there with me. Because sometimes I know I can be a little weird. Okay, God bless. Bye-bye.